Hello, friends. I am doing what I usually do, and that's get myself all set up for our healing today. So, um, once again, I hope you can hear me well. I had some issues with my video camera, so we're just using a laptop camera today. And a little bit less lighting. I get a lot of anxiety going from place to place, transitioning and getting set up. Um, for all the reasons. I want to get here on time. I want to be present and available for you. I think we can get a little closer today. And yeah, it just takes me a while some days to settle in and be all the way here. What do you think? That's pretty good, right? All right. And if you're commenting, thank you, Angie, for telling me that you can hear me. That is always my main concern. I have already used the sage to clear any energy from the bowls that they may have collected from a prior healings, because I do use my bowls for one-on-one sessions here in Lexington. Also, really wanting to use, oh, look at that, my candle went out. Fabulous. Sorry, my sage is on fire, like in a big way. So, looks like you guys tapping in, like a little more energy clearing to do. Okay, so I did sit this morning with, if you guys can see, it's really smoking there for us. I got a chance this morning to sit and journal a little bit about today, the session, this full moon. So I'm going to be using Valor essential oil. If you have that, I have a big bottle and I have a roll-on, but I'm choosing the big bottle today. If you have an oil that you've been working with to help balance these really intense energies that are coming through, then go ahead and grab that. For me, Valor is a very balancing oil. I've talked about this in many videos, but I'm going to rub them on the bottoms of my feet and putting the left hand to the left sole of my foot and right palm to the right sole of my foot. I'm going to inhale in order to bring balance to myself and my own energy so that I can hold space for this. So inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. And then using the oil that's left on my hands, rubbing it anywhere that I feel called. I've got one necklace that likes to work its way up and choke me. So maybe we're working on some of throat chakra stuff today. I'm leaning forward to see. I'm glad that you were feeling called, Valor, today too. I thought about Sacred Mountain, Sarah, because I saw that you posted about using Sacred Mountain as a blend, and when I smelled it this morning, it was a big no for me. So I grabbed the Valor, and it was a big yes. So it's always validating to me when other people receive the same kind of message or the same type of energy. So, okay. So go ahead and get settled in, however that looks for you. Light your candle, your incense, get your diffuser going, turn your lights down, and find a comfortable place where you are likely to not be disturbed. If you're watching the replay, then you might pause this and make space for yourself. And I'm just going to read you what I wrote this morning. So you guys probably have already picked up on this, that today's full moon is one of the most intense full moons of the year. It's a super moon, which means the moon's a little bit closer to the earth, affecting us a little bit more. It's in Scorpio, and that's a very passionate and driven sign. So if it's intense for you or you're feeling very heavy emotions, no, that's completely normal and you are in the right place. Like, I think sometimes when we feel these emotions, we think that we shouldn't be feeling a certain way, or why am I feeling so out of control, or we have like a subtle way of shaming or criticizing ourselves for emotions that are completely and totally natural and normal. And in the collective right now, this is an intense time. So if you're feeling those heavy, intense emotions, know that you are where you need to be, and it's okay that you're feeling those emotions. If you're not feeling these emotions, you may have noticed that other people around you are. So just be kind to other people right now, that we're all moving through this together. Everything that is coming up for you here today and the couple of days before and the next couple of days coming up, it's stuff for you to see. It's coming up so that you can see it, so that you can acknowledge it, so that you can process it. And in the end, the goal, at least from my perspective, is to either transmute it, to integrate it, or to release it, depending on what it is for you. And I think that if it is an intense emotion, if it's a shadow side of you, a thing that you don't really like to sit with on a regular basis, then it's being shown as a piece of you to embrace and to bring into wholeness, which is integrating it for me. In some cases, pieces of this need to be released because they serve their purpose, or it can be transmuted into energy that can be useful to you or to someone else. If you're here, you probably already heard me say a million times to feel your emotions. And today you're going to hear more of that from me. Is whatever that's coming up for you, to feel it, to sit with it, and it's probably going to be uncomfortable. If you're new to my work, this will not be the last time you hear me say it, because that's one of the messages I feel I'm called to say over and over and over again is feel your emotions, don't suppress your emotions. Don't layer it with this toxic positivity where you're just going to affirm it away, or you're not going to really acknowledge and just stick your head in the sand. You're going to really need to look at it and really need to embrace it at some point. And if you continue to push it off and keep it kind of at arm's length, it's just going to prolong how long it takes for you to integrate that and to move past it. So behind every, say, uncomfortable relationship dynamic, just for an example, is usually like a 10-minute sweaty conversation that you're avoiding. And once you move past that discomfort, and most of the time the discomfort lasts a really relatively short amount of time compared to how long we prolong the agony, so to speak. Just embrace that really uncomfortable discussion or conversation with the other person, or that discomfort that you feel in your body before you step out and do the thing that you're afraid of doing. So in today's healing and for this full moon, it's the key to working with the energy is to embrace the emotion and to really sit with it. Don't need to understand it. Don't need to analyze it. Your logical brain likes to try and what does it mean? It comes up and we always want to say, well, what does it mean? What does it mean? And people ask me this all the time. Amy, this is happening. What does it mean? I'm like, I don't want to be I don't want to push people off and say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it means. But today I'm going to say that to you is whatever's coming up for you, it doesn't matter what it means yet. At this place where you are right now, don't worry about what it means, because it's not relevant yet. It may be. In hindsight, you may look and say, oh, I see what I was doing. And maybe you have a bit of an awareness through work that you've already done and you can see what's happening. But it doesn't matter if you're in it and you're feeling it. I want to say it's the parasympathetic nervous system's taking over. Your emotions are driving, okay? The logic's in the trunk, locked up. So just allow yourself to really go with the emotion. And then eventually it will start to ebb and you can then start to analyze it and psychoanalyze it. All right. So simply feel your emotions that present yourself today, notice them, feel them, and follow them without question. If you're feeling sadness, call more of it up. Really lean into it. Doesn't matter why you feel sad. Oh, in every other way, I'm happy. Or conversely, I don't know that this has ever happened. If you're feeling super happy and you're thinking, I shouldn't be this happy because of all the things that are going on wrong around me, go with it. Just be it. Be happy, be sad, be angry. Trust that your higher self and the wisdom in your body have the answers. I'm just going to stop there, say that. All right. So in terms of this healing present right now, normally I would say lay down, turn the lights down, get your earbuds, close your eyes, really sink into the sounds. And if that feels good to you right now, then do that. However, with all of the stuff that is coming up for a lot of people, you may feel called to do this differently this month. You may feel like sitting at your desk and quietly meditating. I mean, I still don't think this is a good idea for you to do like while you're driving or while you're surrounded by a lot of people, but getting into kind of a more alert meditative state where maybe you have a journal in front of you, and when something big comes up or when the mind chatter happens, that instead of we'll just try writing down what you hear and how you feel, because at least for me, journaling is a very strong way to integrate the things that come up, especially that mind chatter that comes up. Or perhaps you're feeling called to do a little bit of both. I know I will sit and I will do a meditation with my eyes closed and really drop in, and then something will come up and I'll feel compelled to write it down. And so then I open my eyes, write it down, and then I drop back in. Maybe you feel like doing a little bit of both, or maybe you feel like something completely different. I just trust that however you feel to use this is going to be beneficial to you and your flow. Again, I don't recommend listening to this while you're driving or while you're doing something that requires focus. Typically, sound healing is not a good background music while you're doing something else that requires some sort of cognitive awareness, because I've had people say, I zoned out completely. I don't know what I was doing. Walking in the park or something that doesn't, you're in a safe space to be active. I mean, it's your call. I just be aware. And if big, heavy emotions surface, I encourage you to sit with them for as long as possible and choose to sit with the discomfort instead of suppressing it. I think that we will help increase our tolerance for the discomfort, and then at some point we'll want to retract from how uncomfortable you feel. So just work on sitting with it for longer periods of time, even if it's just a minute at first, and then it's 2 minutes, and then it's 3 minutes. You don't have to sit and be like sobbing for an hour. All right. If that's what happens, I don't know. It just feels heavy right now. So that's why I'm talking about these bigger emotions. And last, open your heart to yourself, gather the courage that it takes to really do this work, because it is big work that you're doing. Even when you don't feel that it's big work, it's still big work. And find what's preventing you from really flying high and living at your highest potential. Speaking of, I have that oil. So I'm going to use a little bit of that since I said that out loud. That feels good to me. If you have highest potential and you want to do that, by all means. One of the different things, again, I'm not feeling called to do like a big guided meditation today or even too much of grounding. I'm being called to really just play. So this is the message. This is the part that, if you get a sound healing and a message from the collective, that's this. So let's drop in. And choose to, however you're going to focus today, choose to do that. Again, I'm not going to be talking too much once I start playing. I'm going to play until I feel complete. I don't know how long that's going to be. And then we're going to move on. Okay? Breathing in. Calling all the parts of you back. Exhaling down and into your energy column. Inhale, disconnecting from the collective. Exhale, sinking into your body. One more inhale. awareness back into the room and back into your body. And with a deep inhale, call all your energy back to you. Wiggle your fingers, toes. Another movement into your body as it feels good. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Okay. That was very different. At least it felt very different for me. And it also felt really good. Any last notes would be, I said at the beginning, this choker kept creeping its way up, and I felt like maybe there was some throat chakra stuff happening. And as I played, I felt a lot of that come through. So use your voice when you're feeling these emotions, whether that looks like talking to someone, speaking truth to how you feel, being truthful, even if just to yourself, saying, I feel angry, I feel anxious, I feel sad, devastated, frustrated, unhappy. Like there are so many things that you may be feeling that are heavy, and that can also look like using your voice in the expression of the emotion. So whether if you normally one of those silent criers, maybe letting some sound out. If you're feeling rage, then going to a place where you're not going to scare a lot of people and just screaming, whether that's inside your car, into your pillow, just going outside and screaming. I had this vision, I think someone posted this somewhere, where someone walked out. This is like in the beginning of the pandemic or middle of it, it's lockdown, where they went outside and just yelled a curse word really, really loudly. Whatever that looks like, but I'm feeling that there's a throat release that needs to happen for you. And it can be the writing, it can be the journaling, it can be expression and communicating in various ways. But however that comes through for you, let it come through the voice, the throat chakra. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I hope this is meaningful. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye.